Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here in a different location, you see. Yes, indeed. I grew tired of the little janky setup that I had going on. You see, because I still haven't been able to find a proper filming location. But I decided to take a break from there and come to the Milky Cow. Yes, indeed, the Milky Cow. A very enjoyable establishment where I can take a sip and mingle with the big booby Patreons of the Milky Cow. Very delightful, yes indeed. And since I am here partaking on some beverages, I decided to talk about a couple of movies that I saw during the weekend. Yes indeed. And the first one up is one that I came across because usually on Fridays, and it don't always work out well, but usually on Fridays they update the streaming menu so you get some new additions. And sometimes it's garbage, sometimes it gets stuff, sometimes it's something I already own on DVD. But on the rare occasion I do come across something that I don't own, and it's something that I have been trying to track down for many years. Such is the case with this particular movie. Yes, indeed. And the movie is called The Dungenmaster. Now, you will assume with something called The Dungenmaster, it would be something involving Dungeons and Dragons, you see. Yes, indeed, but it kind of does, but not really. What is the movie about? Well, let me tell you. It's actually about this tech guy that is very nerdy, but also kind of fit, which is a paradox on itself. At least back in those days, because everyone was nerds! And they were like Revenge of the Nerds. Yes, indeed. But no, this is a fit nerd that is able to get by on the IT market because he's the best there is at what he does. And what he does is fixing computers. You see. And he's able to do this because he's able to have this shade of glasses that he has that he just presses a little button and scans the computer, and he's able to determine what's wrong in it. So, kind of like an AI before Tony Stark had his glasses, and or Spider-Man in that Spider-Man movie. Yes, indeed. And he also seems to have a very weird connection with his computer, and because apparently he was part of an experiment, and he's able to interface with his computer, so he has a better connection with it, and that's why he's able to fix computers, because he has a link with a computer, and unfortunately this causes trouble with his girlfriend. She's like, God damn it, you have a better connection with that computer than you do with me. And he's like, oh yeah, but I can't interconnect with the computer like I can with you, baby. You know what I mean. Her USB port is not as good as your USB port. Haha, computer double entendre. But it still causes issues. And this guy, this tech guy, is having weird dreams. In one of them, he's in a dream with a very voluptuous naked lady with big boobies, which I was a big fan of. And she's being abducted by these monsters, which are spooky. Yes, indeed. And in another dream, he's with his girlfriend, and then she gets abducted, and he's bleeding in real life. And eventually, he's teleported into this hell dimension by Richard Mall, who is playing Mistima, who might be the devil, Beelzebub, ancient evil. He's like, ha 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 ha, I will test you for your goodiness, because I am intrigued by your modern magic technology shit. So I will pit your modern technology shit against my fantasy elemental magic, and we will have ourselves a delightful time. While I have your girlfriend here, and I'm groping her while you're doing your thing. I really like Richard Mall as a Mistima, and he dubs the hero Excalibrate, and he's like, okay, and he gives him a Pip-Boy before Pip-Boy was a thing, where he was able to tech his technological stuff and shoot lasers. And my goodness, does he enjoy shooting them lasers. So in the first one, he's transported into this hell dimension where he fights monsters, and he defeats them by shooting lasers. And then he's transported into this ancient place that has a really cool stop-motion statue. Big highlight of it is that scene where he has to fight the giant stop-motion idol statue, and he's like, the idol statue shooting his lasers, so the good guy shoots his lasers and he defeats them. Then he's just transported into this like house of wax thing, where all the greatest criminals in history are frozen, including Albert Einstein. What the fuck did Albert Einstein do? Oh, he did help with the atom bomb, but then shouldn't Oppenheimer also be there? Who knows? Well, all of a sudden his girlfriend is also there, and she starts freezing. And then they raise the temperature, but unfortunately unfreezes all of the dangerous criminals that were being held there, which wasn't fun. And of course, then now they have to fight. And fight they do. But then they're also transported to a Wasp concert, and they're torturing his girlfriend, and he's like, well, motherfucker, now I gotta fight Wasp. And he's fighting Wasp, and madness ensues. Yes, indeed. And eventually he comes into a final fight with Miss Steema, and he's like fighting and everything, and then Miss Steema's doing his and then he's doing his and then eventually he's like, you know what? Let's do this mano a mano. That's fisticuffs. No magic, no tech, just a good old brawl. And Miss Steema's like, well, I'm bigger than you are, so I'm definitely gonna win. And he starts fighting, and then somehow they fall under a volcano, and Miss Steema starts using his magic to cause an earthquake, I guess, to toss the good guy out. But the good guy tosses Miss Steema in, and he's like, oh, I didn't think this thoroughly, and then he dies, and the world is saved. Yes, indeed. And this felt kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. And the reason why is revealed at the end credit, because apparently each segment with the hero and his girlfriend was directed and written by someone else, and they just cobbled it together. Kind of like an anthology series, if you really think about it. A fantasy anthology series where you got demon puppets and zombies, stop-motion ancient statues, Wasp concerts, and House of Waxy Things, and all with interconnecting with Richard Mall as Miss Steema. Yes, indeed. And if you're a Mythbuster fan, you would recognize a very popular phrase that originated from this movie, which Adam Savage said in one of the Mythbusters episodes. I reject your reality and substitute my own, came from the Dungenmaster. So apparently Adam Savage saw that, it got stuck to his brain, and well, now he used it in Mythbusters, and it's a really cool phrase. Yes, indeed. So I thoroughly enjoyed the Dungenmaster. As convoluted as it is, because there's too many cooks in the kitchen, because everyone directed and then wrote their own segment, which basically just follows the same idea. Hero and lady. Oh, there's also a really cool Mad Max scene. I forgot to mention that one. They have this Mad Max thing going around where they're just driving on really cool designed cars. But yes, also Mad Max. But I feel a little disjointed again because every person, they have different people writing and directing the thing. And it's just a cobbled together mess with follows the same plot. That hero tries to save chick, gets overpowered, and then lasers. And there's also, I forgot a segment. They also have a segment where the lady is going to dance rehearsal, and there's a slasher. So you even have a little bit of horror there. So really enjoyable movie, as disjointed as it is. I highly recommend it. I watched it at Amazon Prime because I've been hunting for this thing for years. Since I found out about it, thanks to Spoonie from the Spoonie Experiment. He did a review of it many years ago. And it sounded like my cup of tea, so I wanted to add it to the list. And I have not been able to find a copy. But it's on Amazon Prime, so you can just stream it there if that's your thing. And give it a watch. I highly recommend The Dungenmaster if you are looking for something that has issues, but it's still kind of enjoyable and has variety in all the different segments. And the stop-motion idol again is the highlight for me, and Richard Mall's acting as Miss Steema. Yes, indeed. Have you seen The Dungenmaster? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. I will partake in a little bit more booze, but I have one more review coming your way, so I hope to see you then. But until then, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you, and enjoying a booze here at the Milky Cow, and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.